It's Thursday, December 1st, 2011. I'm Kevin McShann, and this is the McShann Sports Beat Report.
Sounds great. Just your reaction.
Well, as you know, there's it's a great honor. It's humbling and all those things. But there are so many people involved with awards, whether it's the Hayes-Schembechler Trophy or the balloon toss. I mean, it's one of those things that our trainers, our equipment people, our seniors, and the leadership that they showed this year, and the staff that we have up there in Schembechler Hall, and everyone who assists us in the football program. So that's an award for everybody.
Including your assistants who've done a great job this year.
They have. They've done a tremendous job. I couldn't have a group of guys who care about the players from an academic community and a football standpoint, and how they work with them and teach life lessons and how they teach the game of football.
But being the head of the football program at Michigan, this is good for the program, is it not, that you're the Big Ten Coach of the Year?
Well, it's always good when your program receives recognition, so it's good for everybody.
You did not win the championship this year. That was the goal. Are you pleased through the regular season with what this team accomplished?
Well, no, because we didn't win the championship. I think we made some growth. I think those guys playing their last football representing Michigan, I think they did a tremendous job. But, the expectation here is to win Big Ten championships, and we didn't do it, so we've got to get ready after this bowl game and work hard to win it next year.
Did you enjoy your first year back at Michigan?
Anytime you get to be around 115 guys, and anytime you get a chance to represent, the winners program and the history of college football and a global degree that it is, it's always fun.
You don't know the bowl right now, but the schedule for the kids, did they get some time off, finals, did they get to go home? Just generally what's going on with your kids?
As we find out, Patrick, we'll find out a little bit more, but right now they've been off for a couple days. We'll start tomorrow getting back in the weight room with them, and then next week we'll know a little bit more, and that will be mostly weights and conditioning. Coaches are out recruiting, and then we'll start practicing, and depends when we leave where we go.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
Brady Hoke is the guy who won it, and he won it by doing what he set out to do. And you talked about improving this team. He, from day one, said we're going to beat Ohio State. He did that. You look at the accomplishments for Hoke, 3 more wins than last season for Michigan, and of course they could make it 4. with a bowl win. That improvement in scoring defense that Jerry alluded to, second best in the nation. Only their neighbors in Ypsilanti, Eastern Michigan, made a bigger jump. And the Big Ten Coach of the Year, Brady Hoke, joins us now from Ann Arbor. Brady, congratulations, first of all. What does this award mean to you?
Well, thanks, Dave. But, it's very humbling, to win this award. But it's really a team award. Our coaches, the people who work in Schembechler Hall, our seniors, and the job they did of leading this team. So it really is a team award, and we'll accept it as a team award.
What are you most proud of regarding this team, if it is in fact a team award?
Well, I think the seniors and Dave, how they responded. They had been their third different head coach, third different position coach, how they handled the transition, how they worked together, how they pushed this team. I thought they did a tremendous job, and then I think the guys on the staff, is a new group of guys working together, and how really flawlessly they all worked hard for our players.
Coach, one of the things that we talked about all year and that has been talked about nationally as well is how dramatically this defense improved. What do you think the biggest key was to getting that unit to where it is today?
Well, obviously our staff, I think, did a tremendous job. I think Greg Madison, Kurt Mowry, Mark Smith, and Jerry Montgomery all are very good teachers and teach technique. And then I think the guys who were the experience on the team, the Ryan Van Bergens, Mike Martins, the Will Heinegers, Troy Woolfolk, and how they approached each day and how they went to work. I think the fundamentals and techniques that were taught and the improvement from week to week.
Coach, you made no secret about how important the Ohio State game was to you. Obviously, get a win the first time out against them. What's the best moment you've had regarding that game since Saturday?
Dave, I think when the clock went to 0-0-0, and then watching those kids celebrate, being up in the locker room with them, and the tears of joy, the hugs, the high fives, and singing the victors after that rivalry game is a great thing to do.
Coach, as you know, you need to move up a couple of spots in those final BCS standings in order to be able to qualify for a BCS Bowl. How closely are you going to be watching that this weekend?
Well, I'd be lying if I would say we weren't going to be watching, but we're going to be watching, and I think we're deserving of that. We're a 10-2 team out of the Big Ten Conference with wins against Notre Dame, Nebraska, and Ohio, and I thought our kids represented the university well in this football program, and I think there's 9 out of the 10 teams that we beat all have at least 6 wins.
Brady Hoke, head coach of the Michigan Wolverines, Big Ten Coach of the Year. Coach, congratulations again, and we look forward to watching you guys in the bowl game, wherever that might be.
Sounds great, Dave. Thank you so much.
Resurrection is rooted in the implementation of a core belief system and having the wherewithal and fortitude to execute your vision until tangible results and progress have been witnessed. And for Brady Hoke, his essential coaching philosophy of program and kids first, along with teaching the fundamentals of football, earned him top honors on Wednesday when he was named the Big Ten Coach of the Year. In his first season guiding the Wolverines, Hoke led the Maize and Blue to a 10-2 overall record, including a 6-2 mark in Big Ten Conference play, with his only blemishes coming against in-state rival Michigan State and Iowa. He also joins Fielding Yost as the only other Michigan coach to win at least 10 games in his inaugural season in Ann Arbor. Yost accomplished the feat back in 1901 when he won 11 games in his first campaign, leading the winningest program in all of college football. Hoke can also stake claim to becoming only the 5th Big Ten coach to win at least 10 games in his first season, joining Wisconsin's Brett Bielema, who went 12-1 in 2006 during his first season in Madison. Earl Bruce also went 11-1 in his first year guiding the Scarlet and Gray in 1979, Yost's accomplishments in 1901, and Minnesota's Henry Williams, who went 10-0-2 in 1900 as well. Re-establishing the prominence, tradition, and history of one of the proudest programs in all of college football was going to be a tall order for whomever followed the ineffective and lean years of former embattled Michigan coach Rich Rodriguez. However, Brady Hoke stepped to the plate and returned to Ann Arbor to prowl the sidelines, a place he called home for 8 years as an assistant under Lloyd Carr. From day one, Hoke re-established the importance of the rivalries at Michigan, none more bigger than the only game that matters on the schedule for Michigan each and every November when they play that school in Ohio. And while Hoke doesn't want to take credit for his part in the Michigan Renaissance, he is without a doubt the primary pillar as to why the school has returned to national relevancy. He also ensured that this year's senior class wouldn't be the first to lose to both Ohio State and Michigan State in 4 consecutive years. There's no question that the Wolverines are on the upswing, and the future appears bright for the maize and blue. It's time for all of us who indulge in college football each and every Saturday to stand up and tip our cap to Hoke for a job well done. Kevin McShann, Sports Beat, report.